Hello, grade 6. This is Miss Hallonen. As you know, our handwriting lessons include learning about the land and Indigenous ways of knowing where it applies. This week, we are writing about bison. I am fortunate enough to live around the corner from my friend Melissa's bison ranch. Today, she took me on a tour to meet some of the bison. The American bison is the largest land animal in North America. The male can get up to 6 feet tall and weighs between 1,000 and 2,000 pounds. Females weigh up to 1,000 pounds. My friend Melissa's small herd of bison is watched over carefully by Louie, the 3-year-old bull. The bison is often called a buffalo, but this is incorrect. The American bison is not related to buffalo in other parts of the world. Its closest relative is the European bison. The American bison was once very common throughout North America. Its habitat extended from Canada through much of the United States down into Mexico. There were an estimated 60 million bison in North America in the 17th century, and they were very important to the Plains First Nations, providing them with food, clothing, and many other important raw materials. In fact, the First Nations used the bison to provide them with over 150 staple items that they used in their daily lives. When European settlers arrived, they hunted the bison ruthlessly. Often only the hides were taken and the rest was left to rot. Sometimes they were chased for sport. You may have seen photos of huge mountains of bison bones that were used to produce what they called bone china, which was fancy dishes made out of bone. By the 19th century, the bison population had been severely depleted by its most dangerous predator, man. Although also hunted by wolves and sometimes grizzly bears, only man managed to bring the American bison to the brink of extinction. The hunting of the bison was encouraged by the U.S. government, which wanted to remove an important source of food for the First Nations in order to force them to move onto reservations. By 1890, the bison population had nearly been eradicated. Fewer than 1,000 were left. Today, thanks to protection and breeding programs, the bison population stands at around 500,000. Some of this information was taken from abcteach.com. When I worked at Alberta Education, we listened to a legend that I don't remember the name of, but it talked about how the last family of bison went through this portal to preserve themselves as the last family of bison. And they talked about how the bison passed on their promise to Creator, which was to take care of and provision for humans, to their cousin the moose, the only other animal who has one hump. I thought that legend was very interesting, and I hope to find the name of it again one day. I hope you've enjoyed this video and seeing all of my friend Melissa's bison, and also enjoy looking at the picture of the bison rug, which was one of the many items that the First Nations would have used from the bison to help them survive harsh conditions in northern climates.